Smita. My name is Kesh. I've been a Buddhist and meditator for 23 years, and I heard about Thabarwa a few years ago, visited a center in southern Italy last year, and now I have been able to visit this center here. I've enjoyed my visits both times very much, and ever since my first visit, I have been filled with the aspiration to open or help open a center in my city of Portland, Oregon. I think it would be a really good fit for Thabarwa. I think there would be many volunteers, and I think Portland really needs a Thabarwa. I do a lot of work with the homeless, trying to help them, and I've been surprised at how many of them are already interested in Buddhism. So I just came here to ask so we can help the people of Portland learn about mindfulness and detachment.
How about your place?
Yeah, it's
In
in
Oregon?
Dallas.
How far from Portland?
1 hour, 1 hour and a half. Yeah. It's a small town. Land is cheap. In the small town, land is cheap. And Portland is expensive.
It is possible. Is there any meditation center in Portland? What tradition?
Many different traditions. There are
Going
a
on. Is there going on center? Going on. That's important.
I'm not sure.
Is it just one center or a few different centers?
There are many different meditation centers in Portland, but none of them are like Thabarwa.
How far from here? In Portland?
It's 18 hours by car. 1.5 hours. Yeah, 2 hours by.
First, you can conduct meditation retreat about 3 days, 5 days, 7 days like this. After that, we can understand more clearly about Portland. We can also find some of the religious property to sell, or is it easy to get permission for meditation center?
Yeah. We're looking at churches for sale. seems to be a lot of churches that are not doing so
It sounds like there are a lot of meditation centers already there, so it would seem that they are used to the idea of Buddhist meditation centers as well.
Portland, I think, is pretty easy. There's zoning laws, but for religious property, it's pretty easy. Like Oregon in general, you can even have churches in the farmland, so because they're very strict about farmland. But for churches, it's okay. Farmland.
This is resident. But we are using as meditation center because the land is big. We can find suitable land or house or church, rent or buy. Can you arrange meditation retreat in Portland? You must contact some of the monastery or meditation center. Whether if not, you can also arrange one of their house like this to conduct meditation retreat for 5 days or 3 days like that. If so, can understand more easily. Because we conduct meditation retreat in Minnesota, New Jersey, Houston, Florida. So we receive land donation in Florida, the land 6.5 acre. Now the city can give permission for meditation center, and now we are on process to get permission to open full-time meditation center combined with helping people. In Houston, we already search many property, and then one of the property is 13.6 acre with a building garage. Trying to negotiate to buy. That is ready to use. About 900,000 US dollar. We collect many. If we can buy with monthly payment, finance, we can also pay down payment, and then we need to pay every month. In the future, Shalin Sri Kusala, her name, she please our property can also use as meditation center in the future. Now her brother is the You can contact in your town also, is it? You can contact to the monastery or
Yeah. Small towns. It's kind of like small towns in Texas. There's like farmers, but not really a lot of churches, but not really meditation centers in the small towns. The big cities, there's more diversity and more open-mindedness to accept meditation in general. But
except
things are
on the real
changing.
တော့ကြည့်တဲ့ချက်ကြောင်းလေးတသိန်းလေးတောင်နဲ့ဘယ်လိုလေးတဲ့သူကတော်ရီဆိုရင် open minded ပုံဖြစ်တယ်လို့သားကြတယ်
I don't know if there's funding that like grants for nonprofits that help with homelessness because homelessness is a big problem. So any nonprofits that help with homelessness may have access to assistance from the state or federal government to help with that project. I was thinking that. And also the Vietnamese temple in southeast Portland. If you're still thinking of conducting a retreat, would also be a good time to look at some places. And if there's enough spots to invite, I don't know how many people it can accommodate at that location, but to get some Westerners there also. We've been doing retreats at a lot of different Vietnamese temples, and the Vietnamese community has been very interested in meditation, which has been an amazing partnership. And we're also trying to reach out to Westerners to support both things, and maybe different centers that some more oriented toward like Vietnamese and some more oriented toward like Western styles, I guess.
Okay, so it sounds to me like what I can do starting out now is just reach out to different meditation centers and temples and ask if Thabarwa can do a 3, 5, or 7-day retreat there. And that's the best way to start this process.
Yeah.
Thank you.
many people from different place wish to open meditation center. But it will take time to start a new center. That's why conducting meditation retreat is more suitable to know about the people here and the requirement of the people here. If everything is complete, we can start very soon. Like Florida and Houston. If not much people are interested, we will open later.
Just going to add also I'm not sure if you're familiar with like accommodation is one other, like having the retreat itself and then sometimes accommodations for like kind of are you familiar with how people like one room and like multiple cots or something? Because some people will just come and go home maybe come during the day, but some people will stay there, so that's the retreat and then like some accommodations. Yeah.
Maybe you can tell more about your work that you're doing now with the homeless.
in the last about 6 months, I have been working with others to help the homeless population, as I said, and with the rising rent and cost of living in Portland, there are more and more homeless. So I go around to different camps, and my career is I'm a massage therapist, and so I do what I can to help them with their bodily pain if that's needed. I bring food to share. I also just like talk with them and show them compassion and treat them like a human, because so many people don't do that. Yeah, I just try to spread compassion and joy and do what I can to help.
I didn't mention that I'm a nurse, so that's also.
I'm also a nurse, and I have a current active license in Oregon too, actually. So that is one thing that Thabarwa has. I don't know if you're familiar. They have a couple of Doma hospitals, and at least we've been thinking about trying to get like an assisted living started, or like help with housing, shelter, meditation, and medical needs.
One of my friends that I do this work with is trained in the medical field, so he'll handle the more like medical things, and I'll help with what massage can help with.
That's really nice though, because I think not many people give that particular kind of care,
Yeah.
Yeah, very human, very compassionate.
I think, especially among the homeless community, it's so rare for them to get safe touch.
Yeah.
So it's I talk to them, and they say that it's so rare for them to be able to feel safe and to be given something when everybody is always stealing from them and being violent toward them. So I'm just doing my best to be the opposite of that.
There in Portland, are there Buddhist ministry or no?
I think there are a couple monasteries. I know one in the middle of the city in Mahayana tradition.
What? Chinese or Vietnamese? Chinese or Vietnamese?
Chinese.
Oh, yes. You can pass to that monastery also. Whether can we conduct meditation? In March, I will come back to US. Maybe in March I can meditation.
I will reach out to everybody I can and try to help arrange this. Thank you.
Are you practicing meditation in the meditation retreat?
I haven't been to a retreat yet. I've done online retreats at home, but I haven't gone out to a retreat.
How long have you been staying in Portland?
I've lived in Portland since 2019.
It's a good reduction.
How long will you stay here?
I arrived on Monday, and unfortunately, I need to leave tomorrow morning.
Okay. Flight.
Yes, I fly out of LAX.
Also, there's quite a few colleges. There's quite a few colleges and universities in the Portland area. Like some, like I was just thinking, like Reed College, and might be interested in hosting just like a meditation talk or something.
Dhamma talk.
A lot of
Yeah.
colleges have meditation classes.
You can connect social media or Messenger, Viber. What are you using?
What type of social account are you using? Facebook or Messenger?
I can use Messenger.
It's good.
I'm more.
Yeah, it's more convenient for CRM.
You
Okay.
can connect directly to the master and ask questions.
What is your job?
I'm a massage therapist.
Like, Sienna, did you remember in the car we discussed about the physical detachment and mental detachment
Yeah.
in your condition?
Oh yeah.
So I would like to request you to share briefly about that situation of your experience.
Can you remind me what we were talking about?
So physical detachment and mental detachment about your situations. You know, you already detached, detached successfully in your properties and then not only in your property, you're professional to put to the Dhamma wheel.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? In-
It's a story.
I've had several conversations with several people, but just following in the footsteps of the Buddha as a role model in Seattle embodies the Buddhist way as well, and living for others and selfless detachment is trying to help others without ego. So like a truer form, and also which frees the mind to be able to help others with more limitless possibilities. And other religious traditions also have similar concepts, but being able to, for example, like ordain as a nun and detach from belongings, and also teamwork, working with others, and like what comes to mind, communal living. It can have some kind of different connotations, but in the purest sense of having a community that we all help each other along the path and are able to work together to help others there's so much suffering right now, and a lot of people are searching for answers to the suffering, and that's what ultimately the Buddha was seeking when people suffer. So that brings me back to the full circle of Thabarwa.
Get the care that they need, but then it destroys them financially. And so even though they've had their injury or illness taken care of, then they're out on the street after that. And also just with cost of living rising, more and more people just can't afford to live indoors anymore.
Do you feel like since COVID too, it's gotten worse? Like,
Absolutely, it's gotten worse since COVID.
people are on it.
And now with the federal cuts.
Financial.
Yeah, the federal thing you were telling me what's happening, they stopped paying people. You were telling me about it in the car, where Trump cut people's salaries, like they weren't paying people. Like federal cuts, no, like people.
Oh, the federal shutdown. That's
Yeah.
different. But
Federal shutdown
they're
isn't.
maybe not back paying federal workers. That's so different. The rural population in Oregon, like access to healthcare, cuts in Medicare, Medicaid, hospitals shutting down.
access in the rural areas is already a problem, and affordability of healthcare in general. And we were talking about places will actually send their homeless people because it's no one wants to deal with homeless people. They are like a social nuisance, so then they send them to a city like Portland to get rid of them. But then Portland gets overloaded with that burden of trying to take care of these people, and they have services, but there's not enough services to meet the need, is what Cash was talking about.
Yeah, there aren't enough services to meet the needs, and some of the services that are available aren't available to everybody. And then now, I don't remember when it started, but I think a couple of months ago, Portland laws started changing a little, and so now they're basically making it a crime to be homeless. And the city has, in areas that have, flat space where people would have been able to set up their tents or something, Portland has been putting these big boulders so there's no room for people to put their tents. If people are living in their cars, they will, it's called green tagging, but if a car is sitting somewhere for what they consider too long, then they'll come and tow you away. And they do what's called sweeps, where if there are camps of many tents, the police will just randomly come and take them all away, and they will steal people's things, they will arrest them, and so they're just, even though Portland is where a lot of cities are sending their homeless, it's becoming a more natural place for the homeless, which is really unfortunate.
How many homeless people in Portland?
I don't know how to estimate that, but it's a lot. They're kind of everywhere.
You can Google search.
Yeah. Yeah, like downtown, they're just on the street. In most neighborhoods, you'll find them, except not the wealthier neighborhoods because they're very quick to call the police and get them removed. But yeah, anywhere that they can be, they will be.
Some trails.
How long have been like this? How many years?
I think the homeless population has been slowly increasing since the 80s. There was a group outside Portland in, I think, the 80s that people really started bringing homeless there. But I think it's really increased since COVID. Because during the COVID lockdown, there was a pause on evictions, but as soon as that pause ended and people started getting evicted again, the homeless population has just blown up.
Men and women.
Men, women, and children.
How about the weather? It's okay.
The weather is, many people find it too rainy, but
You need a good tent if you're homeless.
yeah, you definitely need shelter. In the winter, it gets cold enough to snow, but not. It doesn't tend to snow very much. In the summer, it can get up to 115 degrees. But most of the year, it's pretty temperate.
It's summer or winter rainfall. What's the season of rain?
The rainy season is probably from September through December, and then it will usually snow some in January and February, and it gets rainy again until about June, and then we get mostly sun until September.
So basically winter rainfall. Yeah.
It's pretty mild. No extreme weather most of the time. About 1 hour from my house. So yeah, November until April, May, just a lot of rain. But it can get cold occasionally. It can get hot occasionally, but mostly people don't use air conditioning. And no real poisonous animals. So it's a very desirable place. When people settled the United States, there was the Oregon Trail, so they were trying to go to Oregon because it's green and a lot of good farmland. Okay.
How about the government? How are they supporting the homeless?
Government gives some support. There's the state-run medical insurance. There's food assistance. There are some shelters that I think are run by the government, but yeah, unfortunately, recently it seems like the government isn't much interested in helping homeless folks.
Is drug addiction a big problem amongst the homeless there?
Yeah, drug addiction is rather prevalent. But again, a lot of the drug addictions that I have seen is because people got medical care and one drug and got addicted and then didn't have any getting off of those drugs. And then, of course, when you're homeless, you are facing so much suffering that drugs seem like an easy way to escape that suffering. So many people are just trying to numb the pain.
My mom attended a workshop on the causes of homelessness. She was a retired nurse practitioner, served a very small former logging town near Dallas, outside of Dallas. She was surprised how much relational issues. So like women, like there'll be a breakup and then they'll have no place to live, or the relational issues can be also causes of homelessness. I don't know if you found that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard many stories of people having to leave abusive situations, and the only place they have to go is the street. Also, many people on the street have been victims of abuse since very early childhood, and because of all that trauma, they just can't function the way society wants them to. So they just end up there.
And veterans, PTSD. Do some churches?
Not that I know of.
Soup kitchens, things like that.
There are soup kitchens, yeah.
Like freely available.
Only on certain days.
Oh. Are they well attended?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I haven't been to one myself. I see some flyers that get handed around that have a schedule of what services are available what days.
So there would be different locations every day, whichever days.
You can send picture also about the homeless. Yes, I used to solve this problem in Myanmar also because of the political change. The country opened business to the foreigners, and this way the land in the country more expensive. In this way, there are many homeless in this city. So I donate the land over 3,000 families. I make school, Maho, clinic, library for them. They can get food easily, is it?
Somewhat easily, yeah. There are some soup kitchens, and there's the state food assistance program that gives them a certain amount of money to spend on food each month. And there are also a lot of the homeless community will share their food with each other. So when one person has food, they will give it to the others as well.
You can try. Possible. Now I'm trying to donate the land for over 3,000 families in Myanmar. That rescues village. It will take time, but also, yeah, in US also, I intend to do like this because I'm familiar with the people in struggle, so we can work together. You can teach them